Wherever you are in the world, or wherever you're planning to visit, chances are you're not far from a place with a dark, haunting history. Our world is a pretty beautiful place, but it's also filled with spots that hold eerie secrets and tales. These are places where whispers of the past refuse to fade, leaving behind stories that continue to amaze and terrify. From ghostly castles to cursed forests, these destinations are as intriguing as they are unsettling. Whether you're a skeptic or a true believer, here are the 15 most haunted places in the world that will make your skin crawl. Number 15. The Lizzie Borden House. If you can complete the rhyme that begins, "Lizzie Borden had an axe," you'll want to put the alleged murderer's childhood home on the top of your haunted places list. This unassuming Greek revival house in Fall River, Massachusetts, is where Borden was accused of brutally murdering her dad and stepmom with an axe in 1892. Though acquitted due to lack of evidence, the case remains one of America's most chilling mysteries. Now, the Lizzie Borden House operates as a bed and breakfast museum, inviting guests to learn about the infamous crime and possibly encounter its lingering spirits. You can even stay in the room where Abby Borden was killed. Guests have reported strange occurrences, from disembodied whispers to objects moving on their own. During one visit, a door creaked open by itself, and eerie reflections were seen in old family photos. It's a place where history and the paranormal collide most chillingly. Number 14. Hotel Kurrajong, Australia. Of all the haunted places in the world, hotels have a special charm, and Kurrajong in Canberra is no exception. This historic building, once home to Australia's former PM Ben Chifley, is said to be haunted by the man himself. Chifley died of a heart attack in his bedroom in 1951, but according to staff and guests, he never quite left. His ghostly figure has been seen wandering the hotel, often pointing toward Parliament House, as if reminding the living of his work even in death. The hotel, fully operational and well-rated, sits close to some of Canberra's must-see attractions, making it a tempting spot for those intrigued by both politics and the paranormal. For some visitors, the chance of seeing a spectral prime minister is a chilling bonus. Whether you're a science fan or a believer, Hotel Kurrajong's fusion of history, elegance, and ghostly sightings makes it a pretty one-of-a-kind destination that blends the past with the supernatural. Number 13. Dragsholm Slot, Denmark. Dragsholm Slot, or as many call it, Dragsholm Castle, was originally built in 1215, making it one of the oldest castles in Denmark and reportedly the most haunted castle in all of Europe. Over the centuries, it served as a noble residence, a prison, and finally, a luxurious hotel. The castle is believed to host at least 100 ghosts, including the Earl of Bothwell, the husband of Mary, Queen of Scots, who died imprisoned within its walls. Another well-known spirit is the White Lady, whose skeleton was discovered encased in a wall during renovations in 1930. Guests often report seeing her ghost wandering the halls. Today, the castle offers an unforgettable stay, combining its rich history with a Michelin-starred restaurant and guided ghost tours. For those seeking a truly chilling experience, a night at Dragsholm Slot is sure to blend luxury with the supernatural, making it a must-visit for history buffs and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Number 12. Victoria's Black Swan Inn, Texas. Military combat, sickness, suicide, there's little Victoria's Black Swan Inn hasn't seen. Built on ancient Native American land, possibly a burial ground, this historic landmark was also the site of a bloody clash between Texas and Mexican forces in 1842. Over the years, its tragic history continued. A German farmer's wife passed away here, followed by his death 2 years later. Decades later, a new owner succumbed to cancer, and her grieving husband hanged himself shortly after. Today, this eerie property is alive with ghostly activity. Visitors report seeing apparitions in the upstairs bedrooms, experiencing sudden temperature drops, and noticing lights flickering inexplicably. Some have even encountered the playful spirit of a young boy who only appears to children, pulling pranks and causing mischief. Well, we do not recommend this place for heart patients. If you love thrill and ghosts and have lived your life, well, maybe you can try it out. Number 11. Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park, USA. It's unclear whether the Clay family knew they were building atop a Native American burial ground when they established a farm on 800 acres of land in the late 1700s. Tensions with local tribes boiled over in 1783 when Native Americans killed 3 Clay children. In retaliation, settlers attacked and killed several tribe members. Centuries later, the land became the site of Lake Shawnee Amusement Park. From its opening, tragedy seemed to cling to the park. Multiple accidents, including a fatal swing ride incident, led to its closure in 1966. Construction to redevelop the site was halted when workers unearthed human remains and artifacts. Today, it's one of the world's creepiest abandoned amusement parks. Visitors who dare to explore might hear children's laughter, phantom footsteps, or see swings moving on their own. For the brave, Halloween offers an overnight dark carnival experience. But beware, even seasoned investigators have had hair-raising encounters on this haunted ground. All right, now let's go to Japan. Number 10. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Well, we have talked a lot of times about this creepy suicidal jungle, but the more we go deeper, the more we uncover its chilling mysteries. The Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Sea of Trees, sits at the base of Mount Fuji and is notorious for its haunting reputation. Tragically known as one of the world's most popular suicide sites, it's believed that the spirits of those who took their lives here linger, haunting the dense and silent forest. Now, visitors often report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, and some have even claimed to hear whispers or see creepy, shadowy figures moving between the trees. Well, that's not normal. Despite its beauty, the forest's dark history and eerie atmosphere make it one of the most hauntingly mysterious places in the world. Now, we have only one advice for you. If you love your life or the lives of your loved ones, stay away from this scary jungle. No one has been able to escape its haunting effects. Number 9. Obvodny Canal, Russia. Russia is a place where Putin, the public, and ghosts coexist. When workers began digging the Obvodny Canal in 1769, it quickly became clear that this site was anything but normal. Laborers suffered from unexplained violent headaches and sudden outbursts, leading to injuries and even deaths. The situation only became stranger in 1920, when workers building an adjoining road unearthed granite plates believed to be tombstones from women massacred by 13th century Swedish knights. The canal gained its grim nickname, Suicide Canal, in 1923 when people began jumping off Borovsky Bridge. Survivors, disoriented and confused, often described feeling an invisible force compelling them to jump. These chilling stories have cemented Obvodny Canal's reputation as a paranormal hotspot. Despite its grim history, the canal remains a tourist destination for those intrigued by its dark past. However, visitors are advised to tread carefully. This site's eerie energy has left even skeptics questioning what lies beneath its murky waters. Number 8. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, USA. Supernatural lovers flock to Old South Pittsburgh Hospital to uncover its chilling secrets. Built in 1959 and closed in 1988, this abandoned hospital in Tennessee has become a paranormal hub. The spirits of patients who died here are believed to haunt the halls, manifesting as shadowy figures and aggressive apparitions. Doors slam on their own, voices echo through the corridors, and visitors often report feeling taps on their shoulders. The hospital's location adds to its eerie reputation. It's rumored to be built over an underground spring once used by indigenous tribes and on land that served as a Union Army base during the Civil War. Now operating as a paranormal research center, OSPH draws thrill seekers looking for spine-chilling experiences. Whether it's ghost hunts or nighttime investigations, the site guarantees hair-raising moments for all who dare enter its haunted halls. For many, it's not just history, but the supernatural that lingers here. Number 7. The Separate Prison, Port Arthur, Australia. Until the late 1800s, the Separate Prison in Tasmania's Port Arthur housed some of Britain's most dangerous criminals. Inspired by British writer Jeremy Bentham's panopticon-style prison design, the facility relied on brutal psychological isolation. Inmates were hooded, kept in solitary confinement, and forbidden to speak, a practice so unbearable that some chose murder just to face the death penalty rather than endure the torment. The dark legacy of this prison lives on through countless ghostly sightings. Hundreds of hooded figures are said to roam its shadowy corridors, alongside a handful of the 1,000 souls buried in unmarked graves nearby. Today, Port Arthur serves as a historic site museum. Brave visitors can take nightly ghost tours, exploring the prison's haunted halls and hearing the eerie tales of its past. With its chilling history and paranormal activity, the Separate Prison remains a haunting reminder of humanity's darker impulses. Number 6. Boston, Ohio. Ghosts, cults, and even rumors of a serial killer have cemented Boston, Ohio, nicknamed Helltown, as one of the creepiest places in the U.S. Founded in 1806 and thriving as a mill town by the 1820s, Boston's eerie reputation began in 1974, when legislation allowed the National Park Service to buy homes and land to preserve forests. Many houses were abandoned and boarded up, and some were mysteriously burned down, leaving visitors with the unsettling impression that the town had vanished into thin air. The nickname Helltown stuck after visitors reported seeing shadowy figures dressed in black, mysterious growls in Boston Cemetery, and a ghostly figure sitting on a bench. Borovsky Bridge, dubbed Suicide Bridge, added to the legends when people began leaping off, claiming to feel a force pulling them in. While the town's remaining buildings were demolished in 2016, the haunting stories persist. Today, the land is part of Cuyahoga Valley National Park, but its ghostly legacy lingers. Number 5. Kaone Number 81, China. Kaone Number 81, often called Beijing's most haunted house, is a mystery wrapped in ghostly legends. Early records of its construction and history were lost or destroyed, adding to its air of intrigue. One tale recounts a British priest who built the house but vanished without a trace. Another story involves the mistress of a Kuomintang officer who reportedly hanged herself in the rafters. The house's chilling reputation grew after 3 drunken builders allegedly knocked through a wall and entered the property, never to be seen again. Residents and visitors have reported piercing screams, ghostly figures, and objects moving on their own. During China's Cultural Revolution, 3 Red Guards were so terrified after staying in the house for 3 days that they fled, never returning. As of now, Kaone Number 81 stands as an abandoned relic, its haunting stories making it a must-visit for thrill seekers. Whether you believe the legends or not, stepping inside is guaranteed to send shivers down your spine. Number 4. The Myrtles Plantation Home, USA. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana is one of the most haunted houses in America. Its dark history centers on Chloe, an enslaved woman who was punished for eavesdropping by having her ear cut off. Seeking revenge, Chloe allegedly poisoned a birthday cake, killing 3 of plantation owner Clark Woodruff's children. She was later hanged by fellow slaves, but her spirit is said to haunt the plantation to this day. Visitors and investigators claim to have seen Chloe's ghost in photographs and reported hearing whispers and footsteps when no one is there. Children's fingerprints mysteriously reappear on a mirror no matter how often it's cleaned. Another haunting involves William Drew Winter, who was fatally shot on the veranda and staggered inside, dying on the staircase. His ghost is often seen climbing the stairs, disappearing on the 17th step. The Myrtles plantation blends Southern charm with chilling paranormal activity, making it a hotspot for history buffs and ghost hunters alike. Number 3. McRaven House, Vicksburg, Mississippi. McRaven House in Vicksburg, Mississippi is not just a historic home, it's a hotspot for paranormal activity. Built in 1797, the house has seen tragedy after tragedy, earning its reputation as one of America's most haunted locations. Its original owner, Andrew Glass, was a highwayman who mysteriously died there. Later, another owner's wife died during childbirth, and during the Civil War, the house served as a field hospital, where its owner was murdered by Union soldiers. Visitors report ghostly apparitions, unexplained voices, and objects moving without explanation. Lights flicker on and off, doors slam without a breeze, and some claim to feel a cold, unseen presence brush past them. The energy of the house is palpable, leaving even skeptics unsettled. Today, McRaven House offers tours that explore its dark history and paranormal reputation. It's a must-visit for those who want to experience the eerie combination of history, tragedy, and lingering spirits. Number 2. Château de Brissac, France. Dubbed the Giant of the Loire Valley, Château de Brissac is France's tallest castle, boasting 7 floors, 204 rooms, and a private opera house. Its grandeur is rivaled only by its haunted reputation. The most infamous ghost is La Dame Verte, or the Green Lady, believed to be the illegitimate child of King Charles VII. She was murdered in the 15th century by her husband after being caught in an affair. Her ghost is said to haunt the castle, often seen wearing a green dress with hollow eyes and a gaping nose. When not startling guests with her appearance, she's heard moaning through the halls, adding to the chateau's chilling atmosphere. Despite its haunted history, Château de Brissac remains a luxurious destination. Visitors can enjoy lavishly decorated rooms, fine wine from its vineyards, and even a Christmas market. Number 1. Château Marmont, Los Angeles, USA. Los Angeles is no stranger to tragedy, but the Château Marmont stands out for its haunted history. Long a retreat for Hollywood's elite, the hotel became infamous in 1982 when comedian John Belushi died of an overdose in one of its bungalows. Shortly after, a family moved into the same bungalow and reported their toddler laughing alone, apparently entertained by an unseen, funny man. Actor Al Franken also claimed to have seen Belushi's ghost standing over his bed during a stay. Other reports include sightings of the late fashion photographer Helmut Newton, who died in a car crash outside the hotel in 2004. Newton's spirit is said to wander between the bungalows. Despite its glamorous reputation, Château Marmont holds a darker, ghostly allure. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.